running. Both feel we're living worlds apart. It's fucked now, we lost in limbo. Remembering what you said though, and I asked you if we'd make it far. That one last kiss that they write about, my one last wish you could never doubt. I trust angels who fly away from you, and you told me that we'd never die. Gave me so many reasons why we were meant to be. Then she said no, 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 no. No, 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 you should. I've earned the cost and now I've paid it. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, please don't go. I know my face a memory erasing. Been a few years since I heard your voice, yeah. Lost a few here, but it's not by choice, no. Girl, I see your face every day when I look through my phone. Can't delete all these memories, won't leave me alone. Hit my blind side, never saw you coming. You were so wild, but no, I was nothing. And I'm nothing now, nothing's changed. You know I'm just the same. Miss you now, but I hope that someday you explain. That one last kiss that they write about, my one last wish you could never doubt. I trust angels who fly away from you, and you told me that we'd never die. Gave me so many reasons why we were meant to be. Then she said,
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. TBI just dropped this just moments ago. Is it an update? Yes and no. No new information. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. However, there's an update. If you saw the cover, which I'll show you in just a moment, there is an update on what her appearance may look like. So tomorrow, we know, is June 15th. Summer Moon Utah Wells will be missing 2 years. So with that being said, let's read it. On June 15th, 2021, pop this over here, Summer Wells disappeared, leading to one of the most exhaustive and involved missing child cases we've ever investigated. Though we have no new details to share, rest assured we're continuing to work with the FBI and Hawkins County Sheriff's Office to chase every lead, ask every question, and search every place we can to find Summer. We won't stop until we have answers. Summer remains the subject of an ongoing Amber Alert. Thanks to forensic artists with the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children, we have age progressed the image to show what Summer may look like today. We ask the public to help us by refraining from sharing speculation posted by or discussed by non-official sources, and reporting only credible tips or information to 1-800-TBI-FIND. Now, let me show you this. So I'll give you a better picture. Okay, so to be quite honest with you, this makes me really emotional seeing this. I don't know how it makes you guys feel, but I get emotional. To be quite honest. Let me see if that is that better? That doesn't look like, so this is potentially, I think it makes her look a little older as well than probably, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, to me, this looks more, in my opinion, it looks more like a 12-year-old, an 11-year-old maybe. So I don't know. But, I mean, they're artists. They know more than we do, I guess, right? Wouldn't she be shy? Plus, they're assuming her hair would still be blonde. Yeah, I mean, you think of the different, I don't know. She would have missing teeth. Right. Yeah, I mean, you would think, yeah, her teeth would be different. But, maybe it's just, my daughter, I'd say 10ish. That's adult teeth. Well, by what, 10 years old, you have all your adult teeth? Do I think TBI is saying that she's alive? Um, I don't know. I think they're saying just this could be what Summer resembles. I mean, this isn't a carbon copy or anything like that, right? But let's go back and, I mean, possibly. Who did this picture? The Missing National Center of Missing and Exploited Children. So, it's, I don't know. I don't know how to feel, to be honest with you. I just saw this and I immediately went live and I wanted to get it out. But, I'm still trying to process it, to be quite honest with you. She was tiny. I think her faith would be slim. I would think so too, to be honest with you. Personally, I feel like she would be skinnier because she was, in my opinion, malnourished. She looks like a sweet girl, but not Summer's age. The nose is different. I think I'd like, I don't know. It's real weird seeing this. It just it is overwhelming. Yeah, absolutely. We should be extraordinarily appreciative of the update. There wasn't even planning on doing an update that I'm aware of. I do appreciate that they said they won't stop until they have answers. that was hopeful to me. Hey, Lips, she will look like the older boys, and that's pretty close, minus a few things. You think so, Lips? Okay. I'm more concerned that TBI can come forward at least with some speculation out. Well, you know what I was hoping this year, if they would come out with an update, at least say who's a, at least clear some people. It would be nice, to say at least after 2 years, you should be able to clear someone. Don't you think? I think she looks like Candace when Candace was younger, and she does. You're right. I mean, to be honest with you, but we also have to understand that in our own minds, we have this perception of what summer should look like or would look like as well. And we're not the artist, right? We don't do this for a living. So it may be closer than we think. Now, Justin, I have a ton of those pics from Summer's third birthday on up. Yes. I don't like the age progressing. To me, it does favor her, Justin, but that. There's been a lot that's came on in the last 24 hours. Fred Hill got arrested. Now, the article came out yesterday of News Nation talking about, the 2-year anniversary. Don did an interview, and Ronnie Lawson said there'll be an update on the case in the near future. Now, was he talking about this right here? Or, what is he talking about? Later on that evening, yesterday evening, Fred Hill gets arrested for math charges. So is it interesting timing? It is interesting timing. Do we know? Oh, my nose is itching off. Do we know if it's just a coincidence? Could be a coincidence, or it might not be. Don lied to Brian, and Brian got facts wrong. I think there was some errors in that article as well. The pic gave you goosebumps. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Andy Spelling Bee is next. Rena says. Thank you, Kathy. Can you do a side-by-side picture of Summer? Yeah. Well, here, I'll just show you this. Give me 2 seconds. How about this? Where I was making my cover photo. Okay. So they used the Christmas picture of her in the red dress. If you can compare the two, looks like her, but a lot older. Maybe they made her look older because this picture is for the next 2 years. That is true. That is true. I forgot about that. You are absolutely right. Dudley Fred maybe third time lucky. Um, I honestly think they did a decent job. Now that I'm comparing them, uh, and you are right. It is for they they update the picture every. Is it 3 years or 2 years? Yeah, I mean, guys, look at your kids in photos, right? And look when they were growing up, and look at them 2 years, from 5 to 7. So this would be summer from 7, 8, probably 9 years. They'll change it. She favors her siblings. She does favor her siblings. I think the face is way too full bone structure. Yeah, your bone structure doesn't change, but it just depends on how full you are, right? Like how much muscle and fat you have on you as well. I don't know. It looks nothing like her in my opinion. To me, from 5 years old to 11-year-olds, they do have a massive change in appearance. The eyes are shaped different. I don't know. So what they were comparing it to? Let me here. I'll do what they were comparing to. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that thumbs up button while I'm waiting for this. Here, I'll do with the picture they're actually comparing it with. Just give me 1 second. All right. What do you think about that? Are they looking at the oldest brother to update photo? I don't know how they do it. I really don't know how they do it. My son has a full face at 5 now. At 8, it's skinny and long. See, I think the nose is actually very similar. I think the nose is on point. Personally, I do. I think the nose is absolutely on point. She's got it there. She's got it there. I think that's one of the things they did get right. Um, breaks my heart. I have 4 kids and 5 grandkids to see this beautiful girl missing all this time, and now what a pretty little girl she could be. His bless you for staying with her. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you, honey. It's emotional for a lot of us, right? They exaggerated certain features, guys, for easier identification. You think so? She's beautiful, and I pray she is at peace Oh, me too. Hey Trev, the age progression pick was hard to see. So glad they updated. Me too. Me too. At least it's something. At least it's something. You know what I mean, guys? As a former fourth grade teacher, ages 10 and 11, I think this picture looks older than the kids I taught. Yeah. They live in a different state than me. It blows my mind how they change from the time. Yeah. I mean, kids change very quickly. So at least it's something we got. Um, we need more like arrest. Oh, I agree. Please, I agree. Going back to Fred Hill, it's interesting timing. That's all I know. I can't say it's because of anything, right? In CMEC, usually we'll do a H from what I have. Yes, that's what we were talking about, that girl. So this will be like you see the missing and exploited children in a lot of Walmarts, right? And this will be up for the next 2 years. I don't know if JRL went to jail. I don't think he did. I don't think he did that I'm aware of. Now, let me show let me show you this photo of Summer. Hold on. It's a little blurry, but and that's when she was even younger there. I didn't think he went to jail. Thank you, Betty. Because we looked and I didn't see anything that he went to jail. I don't know. I think the nose is pretty much on point. She looks like her Auntie Rose. She does. She does. You're right. She really does. I don't know. I might leave tonight, or I might leave in the morning. I don't know. Uh, we'll just have to see. I'm not far from Hawkins County, so it's not that. But I think she really does look like her Aunt Rose. Uh, let's see here. Look at this. Let me find it. Let's see here. Copy image. Paste. Yeah, the hair obviously not, uh, but yeah, I mean I think she is in jail or going to Moscow. I don't know. Something dinged. I don't know what it was. Nail it, not mail it. Um, I have a 7-year-old and she has changed in 2 years. They absolutely change. But I mean, I think she does look like her Aunt Rose. That is true. Uh, Mods, let me know what I missed. I can't see it from here. I don't know if somebody subscribed or something. But yeah, I mean, comparing the two, I mean, look at the nose particularly. Maybe they did. I think they may have did a really good job. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Um, we are used to seeing her shaved head. I know. I know. They should have never done that to her. I mean, there's a photo of Summer. She has her hair, or she's standing with Robin up front, and Robin's holding her, and she's putting her hair over Robin's hair over top her bald head. Oh my god. Oh, thank you, Bitter Pill, 2-month membership. Yay. Thank you, my love. Appreciate it. So, they should have never done that to that sweet little baby. And I mean, okay, let's look at a picture of Candace. Yeah. I think it looks a little older, but I think it's probably on point. Where I live, no one shaves a little girl's head. Nobody should shave a little girl's head, period. The little girls. And AJ, we do need to understand. I mean, she is, if you are missing, technically, you stay that age until you are found. So, but, they also want to show you that if she is out there, this is what she may look like as well. Doesn't look like Summer to me. At first, I thought, I mean, I do think she looks a little older, but I think they did a pretty good job. Because I think we have something in our minds that, this has been 2 years, so we think in our minds Summer would look like this or look like that, or she looks like these pictures from 2 years ago. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of DRUGS on Ben Hill Road. We obviously know that. They're arresting them. I mean, the Crawfords and now Fred Hill. And Dawn and Candace are off the hill. Andy's off the hill. So there's been a lot of people off the hill in the last 2 years. Or moved, or they're in jail. Yes. Jody Sue is off. That is true. It's true. I know a 5-year-old girl would be so devastated if her parents shaved her head. Absolutely. And her hair was short when she went missing. Her brother's hairs, their hair was not short, like Summer's. I don't care if you got lice or what. There's ways around not shaving your head. You know, it broke my heart to think that Summer would be going to school, you know, with a looking more like a boy's haircut than the girls. You know, that would have been tough for. Isn't the teeth wrong for a 7-year-old? I mean, she wouldn't have all of her adult teeth in. She would have a lot of her adult teeth in, but not all of them. There's lice shampoo in that. There's lice shampoo. There's treatments, and that is true. The age progression is for based on a normal, healthy child. You know, there are times that I think Summer is still out there. Um, you know, the days leading up to Summer going missing, there was a lot of things happening on Ben Hill Road. A lot. Um, you have well, a lot happening within their lives, right? You have the land issue going on, people coming up, you know, and Jody Sue and all of them with the older guy who bought the property. I forget his name right now. And then you have Andy and Jody Sue and all of them looking for that guy that night, right? And then you have the tree cutters up there, and then you have Dawn firing Dudley. Um, Dudley, you know, obviously wanting his money. You have Dawn's sister supposedly up there, what, a few days, a day, a week or so before Summer going missing. You have alleged CPS cases up there, you know, workers there. There was a lot going on. Um, Supposedly, the night before Summer went missing, uh, Dawn and Candace and Andy and all of them, they were kind of down at the bottom of the hill, you know, kind of partying all night. And that's the night, I guess, that he allowed Summer on the roof. Uh, I personally don't put a lot of stock into psychics, to be quite honest with you. That's just me. I mean, if it's your jam, perfect. Happy for you. Uh, but I don't. When my youngest daughter was 7, she got lice from school, and I was treating when she was crying, and she said, "Do you have to shave my hair?" I almost cried myself and said, "No way, I would never do that." Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even shave my boy's head if they got lice, right? I mean, you might cut it shorter if it's a little long, but I don't think you're going to shave it. Well, it is a bothersome thing, Connie. I mean, when you say, you know, I mean, within like literally a few hours, there are reports allege that Don saying, you know, he'll see her in the resurrection, he'll see her on the other side, and it's like they're just starting to look for her, Don, and you're already saying that. Did Summer have bright blue eyes? I think she did. It's hard to tell. No, it's not bright blue, but it's more like a dark blue, I guess you could say. Tea tree oil, yeah. If you drop a few drops in your shampoo, even. He's been saying all along since the beginning they will never find her. I know. I know. What makes him so confident of that? What makes him say they don't have nothing? They don't have nothing. How do you know that? How do you know that? You don't know what they're investigating. And when I say you, I mean Don. FYI. I don't believe they lie. I think Don is sneaky, in my opinion. He's sneaky. I don't know. I think it was a 5-year plan. He is a Don is a he is definitely a manipulator. Don has been in trouble since he could walk, pretty much. To be honest with you, we did a complete history of Don and Candace, a timeline. It's a few videos back, and literally, Don has been in jail so many times from, stealing, robbing, drugs, driving. The list goes on and on. And I think that's the reason, personally, in my opinion, Candace doesn't talk a lot, is because it's not that Candace doesn't really want to talk, it's that Don doesn't want her to talk. But I always say, at the very minimum, I feel like they know more. Does this boil down to an accident? Was it planned? Um, I don't know. I really don't know. I think Candace is scared of Don, and Candace does a lot better when she's not with him. But Candace doesn't want to lose Don either, because she obviously relies on him for everything, and therefore she takes all of Don's crap. Candace did a lot of drunk talking when Don was in jail to different creators. Oh yeah, she did. Candace, who is your top suspects? Wow, you got Donnie, Andy, Jody Sell, you know. So there you have it. There you have it. I was about to say Candace did a lot better when Dawn was in jail. She did. I've got a letter that I have not shown of Candace writing Dawn saying she wants a divorce, and basically she loves him, but she's not in love with him. Oh, I think it is a trauma bond. I think it's a codependency thing as well. I think so, tremendously. And then he cracked an evil laugh. Oh, I can't spill the tea right now. I see you. Oh my God, you're Candace, Josh, Don. Yeah, definitely codependent. That's because she was in love with Benny Keats. I think she was more in love with Ernie, to be honest. I think Ernie just swept Candace off her very dirty feet. What? You've got tea. Yeah, I can't show it right now. I promised I wouldn't. I have this one picture of Candace that's never been shown. Oh my God, guys. I want to share it so bad. It is the craziest picture of Candace I have ever seen. Like, she's very happy actually in this photo. She's so happy in this photo, but she looks like a lunatic. I will probably share it tomorrow, uh, like when I'm in the hotel or something. So, um, when I leave, either tonight or in the morning, um, I'm going to be pretty much streaming the entire time my way down. Um, in different areas, I'll take you guys. Uh, if there is something, an area you want to see while I'm down there, email me tonight. Let me know. Uh, it looks like a Psycho the Fake Call with Mary Pick. Uh, no, no. She's really happy actually in this video, in this picture. She's very happy, but she looks really scary as well. Yes, I'll be. It's. I will be at. I'll be around. Um, the area. I'll take you guys to the horse pond and all that. That's where I usually kind of hang out throughout the day, is the horse pond, because there's so many people that comes there, and you can uh, say hi to a lot of people. It was nice meeting you, Peg, last year. Oh, are you coming this year? Yeah. 2-year anniversary tomorrow, and I pray that we don't have to have this next year. God, I pray. Was the picture pre-summer going missing, Justin? No. It's post-summer going missing. Thank you, Crystal. I can't imagine not knowing where my baby is at and other children being taken away from CPS. You know, Candace, 9 children between them. Literally 9 children. Here, I'll show you this. Let me find it. Oh, let me just. Okay. Here. Nine children between them. Don has a son and a daughter that are older. Donald Jr. the third, and Margie. And then Candace had a child removed from birth in Arkansas. The father died before the child was born. And then she has another son and another daughter. They're older now. And then she has Summer and the three boys. That's 9 kids between them. Nine kids. What critters? Something dinged. What did I miss, mods? Yeah, I mean, last year everything went super well. Everyone was well behaved. I think if people can't put their, you know, differences aside for a missing child, then they should probably not come. I mean, everyone there was no fighting or arguing even remotely last year, other than the two sisters. Uh, they were the only in their family they fought, so that's it. Southern Grammy, thank you for being a member for 9 months. Wow, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Um, could you just put her picture through one of those aging apps? No, I mean they have special uh, artists and technology to do all of that stuff. Daisy is not going to any jinkies. Well, they should all come, like your favorite actor, Glenn Rains. When you come on the scene, everything makes. Oh, God. Yes, she's scared of Dawn. I hear it when she's on the Critters panel. Um, she, who's scared of Dawn? Do you mean Candace? What 6 hours? I'm sure you already told us, but are you going live when you are there? I will be live almost the entire time, as long as my batteries charge fast enough. You know, um, I'll be live. Um, the I mean, so I've got internet from my vehicle as well, so I can hook my phone to the Wi-Fi if I need it. I can hook my laptop to the Wi-Fi. Um, Cops are over at Fred's now. Their chance to search his property. I'm grateful for that today. Are Crystal, are you local? Hope you talk in your sleep. Greenhouse. I don't talk in my sleep. I don't guess I do. I hope I don't. Scorpio, 13 months. Thank you, my love. That's so kind of you. Appreciate it. Guys, hit that thumbs up, please. Please, please, please. Is Ernie still on YouTube? I don't really think he's on YouTube anymore. I think it's more of he'll jump on someone's panel sometimes. Yeah, like I wonder, is there a lot of people searching the property? Because that's interesting if they are. Ernie has a channel. Crown has consequences. Have consequences said. Thank you, Connie. Thank you, Seashore. Thank you, Arkansas. Rhonda, you should come. So, I mean, did they go back to, so this is my thing, was he making the math or was he just selling the math? Because if he had a math lab, then they may be there like decontaminating it, right? But if he didn't have a math lab, then are they searching it for anything else? Intent to sell whatever. Well, Ninja, I'm sorry you can't make it, but if you'll be there with us in spirit, and you can watch it while we're live or watch it later. Oh, guys, we need more thumbs up. Come on, let's get to 500 thumbs up. Come on, 500, please. Let's get 500. I believe he had a lab. I do think they are searching for evidence. So Fred Hill, he lives in a concoction of a camper and tarps. He lives in a very weird situation. Thank you, Connie. What the F? I don't get notifications in our others. That's okay, Shih Tzu. Thank you, Lance. I don't think Fred Hill is involved in Summer's thing. I don't think he is either, personally. What I do find interesting is maybe he could have known more, and maybe he's singing like a canary now. Oh God, you live 1,500 miles, Texas. That's a lot. They knew he was selling for a while. They hold things for a certain time when it benefits them. That's true. You're right, Crystal. They would go in wearing hazmat suits. They would, yes. I think Fred Hill knows exactly what happened to Summer. He knows everything that goes on down there. What I find interesting, and it's again, everyone in this case that we've talked to, whether they have something to do with it or not, has lied. We know that. Yes, get those thumbs up. It's free. It's free. Shih Tzu, if you're going to be there, holla at me. But what was I talking about? But what I find interesting with Fred, if you believe him, he says that Dawn and Andy was there earlier on in the day. Now, why is that? Those hills have eyes. Yes, they do. Artists create pick on a program. It's part of the artist that's creating. Nanette, who sings that song? It's in the description. It's in it. It's like 4 letters that sings it. They're on YouTube though. And how far from the Wells house does Fred live, please? I would say a mile, somewhere around there. It says 0.2 miles, I see you, but it's farther than that, I promise. It is farther than 0.2 miles. Fred's is the next house? No. RYYZN, yes. That's it. Thank you, Shannon. Hey, Jamie. How are you, honey? Was he friends with Don? Well, I think they were druggy friends, if that makes sense. Now, Don went down there within 3 hours of Summer Wells going missing. What man haven't they blamed? Yeah, well, Don's blamed everybody. Everybody. Grandis would have to take the daughter home if she did. What about the oldest son? Don claimed to go to Fred's that night. He was there within 3 hours. Within 3 hours. Ziggy has a great, like, if you want to learn about Fred Hill, Ziggy has literally the best interviews, or probably the only interviews of Fred Hill. Yes. Green Eyes says, remember Jody yelling at Don? Why don't you tell them about his relationship with Fred? Remember Jody yelling at Don? Yes. Yep, you're right, Green Eyes. That is true. I do remember that. That was on Prayer Gardens, wasn't it? That was on Prayer Gardens. Don took the oldest son with him 3 hours after he got home. That's interesting. It was Fred Hill who showed Ziggy the bone. Lori, oh my God. 2,594 miles away. Yeah. I wish Jody Sue would come tell us about the relationship. I think that Andy, Don, and Fred had dealings with one another. Is it true Don and Can only got married after Summer went missing? No, I think they were married before that. I'm pretty sure. is JLR in Arkansas. Apparently. 850. It might be a week, month, or years, but things will come to light. I agree. Hopefully it's soon. Lady May, Anna Kay, and then yeah. Uh, there's actually a really good photo of Candace and Summer when Dawn and Candace were getting married, and that's the prettiest I've ever seen Candace. Like she looked prettier there than any time I've ever seen her. He's at the motel with Don and Candace supposedly. Is JLR staying at that motel? Thank you, Dana. They say an update is coming soon from the police? Question mark. Well, they gave this update. See, that's what I'm wondering. Is this the update that they were giving us, saying they don't have anything that they can share? Like I said, I think the best thing they could have, or what I wish, in my opinion, they would have done is at least cleared some names. You think that's the update? Crimes? He knocked on DNC's motel. Oh my God. He probably knew that they were just going to slam the door in his face. I mean, don't see anything. Don't they say anything with the picture? Yes, they do. I'll read it again for people who hasn't came in or just came in. On June 15, 2021, Summer Wells disappeared, leading to one of the most exhaustive and involved missing child cases we've ever investigated. Though we have no new details to share, rest assured we continue to work with the FBI and Hawkins County Sheriff's Office to chase every lead, ask every question, and search every place we can find Summer. We won't stop until we have answers. Summer remains the subject of an ongoing Amber Alert, thanks to forensic artists with the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children. We have an age progression image that shows Summer may look like today. We ask the public to help us, refraining from sharing speculation posted by or discussed by non-official sources and reporting only credible tips or information to 1-800-TBI-5. And that is with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. I'll show it to you here. Right there. See if there's anything else there. Make sure y'all can see that. Perfect. Tennessee's most wanted for homicide of a woman in Benton County. A citizen's tip that TBI and our partners to Fletcher in Nashville, where he was taken into custody yesterday. Well, these two were. An investigation into threats made against officials in Hancock County. But yeah, that's all like the update is pretty much. The area around the eyes, lower jaw, and mouth aren't accurate in my opinion. She claims she was kidnapped, right? And her pack rescued her. Who? Who claimed they were kidnapped? Thank you, my love. Appreciate it. Welcome to the For All family. Guys, welcome. New member. Is it Letta or Iletta? Or neither? Thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate it. So TBI has been spending their time making age progression. No, TBI didn't make the age progression. They just did a update, or sorry, the National Missing and Exploited Children artist did that. Justin, ever think about Summer's name? What do you mean, my love? Arkansasy, thank you for becoming a member, my love. Welcome. Welcome, Arkansasy, y'all, to the Justin for All family. Thank you, Melissa. You know, the one thing that was hopeful in this article for me, other than the photo, it was that we won't stop until we have answers. 432 likes. Come on, let's get it to 500, y'all, please. I think that picture I found 6 looks more like Summer. TBI, can you interrogate Candace in more aggressive fashion, please? This is the thing. Can they interrogate her? Yes. But what people forget is she has every right to walk out. If she's not being charged, then she can walk right out of that interrogation and there's nothing anyone can do about it. If you are being interrogated, you have every right as a U.S. citizen to walk out of the interrogation. You have every right to not answer a question. I mean, it is what it is. Thank you, GDDB. Thank you. So, like it or not, you know, I mean, it's frustrating, but it is a good thing in a sense as well, you know, especially if you are, well, even if you're not innocent, I mean, you know, you have the right to not say something. I mean, I really think that they should be in there and answering every single question. That's what, in my opinion, normal people missing a child does. They're standing shoulder to shoulder with the police. Or retainer a lawyer, which didn't they do that? They have a lawyer, from what I understand, with the CPS, but not with anything else. Yes, guys, that's my P.O. box. Don't send any food or anything because the P.O. box is kind of far away from me. And I only check it like when I'm working and I pass that area. So don't send like any food or anything. If you don't mind. If you find something hard to believe, just look at the Amanda Berry case. It says a lot. Amanda Berry case. I do have a P.O. Box Jizu. But just no food because someone sent me something and I didn't check my P.O. box because, like I said, I don't live near the P.O. box. And it was like basic. I mean, I appreciated it. Don't get me wrong, but it was like a petri dish of mold. That's how I got it. You should have it up a bit and do a sub love box opening. Oh, I could do that, sure. Oldest daughter, with first glance, she could be Summer's twin. Oh, Dana. Summer's beautiful. And it's sad that there's parents out there that neglect their children. Thank you, Nina. Jean. Thank you, my love. Oh, Ninja, sorry. I don't know why I said Nina. Thank you, Ninja. Think about it. TBI said they still don't know the circumstances surrounding Summer's disappearance. In my opinion, it is because they can't get out of Candace. Well, you know what was interesting is when Summer first went missing and that agent got in Summer's face, or not Summer's face, God forgive me, in Candace's face and said, "What did you do with your daughter? Where's Summer?" And that's when they threw her in the back of the car and took her down for that lie detector test. You see, I think Dawn knows just as much as Candace, if not more, my opinion. In my opinion. And the reason is Dawn is sneaky, and Candace could not have done this alone. She just couldn't. She couldn't have done it alone. Just my opinion. There's no way she could have done this alone. Well, they need to show proof of life. You see, that's an interesting comment, Bama Cat, because they would have had to do that if, like, for instance, if one of Dawn or Candace's family members called and they said, "Well, let me talk to Summer." And let's say, for instance, this is all hypothetical. Summer, they wouldn't let, the family member talk to Summer, and she was wondering where Summer was, and the police knocked on the door and said, "Hi, we're just doing a wellness check on your daughter here." And they said, "Oh, well, Summer's gone with her aunt in Florida." Very much, something like the Lori Vallow, where Larry and Kay Woodcock wanted to know what happened, where is their grandchild. They couldn't get in touch. And that is when they have to prove proof of life. But because Summer was abducted, if you believe that, she was abducted, then they don't have to prove, proof of life because they don't know where technically she is. So that's why they don't have to, or can't, if you will, show proof of life. Don isn't going to give up his prize without the promise of something bigger in return. Criminals need to ramp up the behavior for the same essay gratification, in my opinion. Lie detectors are not admissible in court, and to be honest with you, it's almost unheard of to allow someone to do a lie detector twice. It usually doesn't ever happen. And to be honest with you, do you actually think Candace was not on some type of medication at that time? You can't take even blood pressure medication. You can't take an antidepressant. You can't be drinking. You can't take any mood stabilizers, any anxiety medicine, any seizure medication. Nothing. Do you think a few days after Summer was missing, Candace didn't have anything in her system? Not a chance. Which that will skew the results one way or the other. So I personally take that lie detector test is a crock of to me. There's a difference between couldn't take the poly and wouldn't. That's true. My meds stay in my system for a week, my doc says. Yes. So, like, I take a blood pressure medicine, and I wouldn't be able to take that if I had to take a lie detector test. Because obviously, when you're doing a lie detector test, it is going to check your blood pressure, right? Many people pass it. Absolutely, many people pass it. Do they test for drugs before a polygraph, or just ask you? I don't know. That's a good question. That's a very good question. I don't know. Um, Ronnie Lawson, he did say, I believe he did say that they did pass the lie detector test, but he also said they weren't cooperating either. And that is true. Cops are allowed to lie. They certainly are. They did a lot of research on how to pass the lie detector test and asked some people what they knew and how to pass it, in my opinion. Possibly. I just remember hearing H say Candace popped out on Thursday. Well, another thing, Candace was not supposed to be talking to Hunter, Allie, any of them. We do know that she went over there, but we also heard, what's the flute guy? What's the flute guy's name? I forget. The flute guy. Anyway, he says when he was over the David Dotson, when he was over there, one second, David Dodson said within a few days after Summer was missing, when he was over there, he had never met Hunter, but he had talked to Hunter through FaceTime because at Candace and Don's house, because Candace was speaking to him through FaceTime. So there's that as well. Took me so long to get it right. Dobbs Dodson. Yeah. I don't think he has anything to do with it either. I know. He's eccentric. He's definitely eccentric, but eccentric doesn't make you what do they all on Snapchat? Good question. Good question. So yeah. But anyways, y'all, I am going to jump off here. I'll be live later this evening at some point. I may, if not, I'll be live on my second channel, Clutch Them Pearls. That's where I just talk about anything and everything over there. If you want to join me over there, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button if you don't mind. And to the replay crew, I would appreciate it if you would hit that thumbs up button as well. Love you all. I'll be live later this evening. We're gonna talk about tomorrow, and talk about any places you guys want to see or while I'm down here. So yes. Did I get my dark wig? I did get it. I got it yesterday. I got my dark wig yesterday. Henny. All right, guys. Love you all. I'll see y'all later this evening.